Hey, what up, JK News peeps? Our topic today is about dating.
Dating?
Yeah, dating. Because
And we don't have a show name yet.
Ask the field.
Oh! No, that's all. I'll call it Love Gloves.
Love gloves.
Love Gloves. Let it stick to your hands.
Love your gloves.
Love Gloves.
Definitely use gloves.
Yeah.
Definitely use gloves.
So like I've always wondered what dating would be like because I don't think I have that much dating.
What are you talking about? You've been with so many people.
Nelson, they're coming for your job.
Julia, I think a lot of people in the comments would like to answer your question.
Oh, by taking you out on a date.
And you know what actually sparked it was I was remembering a conversation that I had with Ryan a long time ago because I think Ryan was just entering into a relationship and he was kind of going through like the roller coasters of what it's like to be in a relationship. But all he has was dating experience.
Did you do dating?
Yeah, for
all
like
he was dating.
since like college, probably a solid like 4 or 5 years.
Tell me the difference in your mind, the definitions between dating and relationship, because I feel like we still date. Even being in a relationship, I like going on dates. I
You
like
get courted.
I like being courted.
Yeah, the courting.
To
He
marry.
knows that he's in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's a difference
Does
where
he?
dating,
There's still some fear, huh? There's still some
you guys can go on
keep the
dates.
fear. Keep the fear.
There's no fear.
Not when you got this.
But you guys go on dates, but you're married, right?
Yeah.
So you're not dating
But still,
anymore.
the feeling of being courted, I think that's important.
Yes, extremely.
When
Dressing up
like
for each other, shit like
dating, you're courting somebody, but it's not established that you're exclusive.
Yeah.
on the fence.
Okay.
But some people use dating as a way of
term for like
we're together.
boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah.
But
Julia separating it is like going on dates versus being in an active relationship. Yeah. Those two.
Because Julia, you never dated much, huh?
she goes straight for the butt. That's why.
But marriage tip: always be courting, always be dating.
Yeah, that's definitely important.
Yeah.
Why didn't you date very much, Julia?
I don't know. I think it's just because like in high school my heart was broken into like a million pieces.
Fucking Nelson, that piece of shit.
But I didn't feel like I was worthy of anyone's time.
How did he break your heart? And you're still back with.
I mean, that's just how I was feeling, and I just felt like because I was feeling a certain way, I didn't want to project it onto some guy that I was dating.
That's so nice.
Put my insecurities on it.
How mature
So
of
then
you.
I just didn't date anyone until I felt like I was ready.
I went through fuck all the girls phase.
Did you have a hoe phase?
No, but I mean, some days I kind of wish, but some days I'm like, nah, I'm actually pretty good without the hoe phase.
Yeah, you don't seem like a hoe lady.
Who seems like a hoe, Antoine?
Yeah, I can.
People used to think I was promiscuous. Yeah, for sure, because I really like sex. But it was.
But that's not the same thing, right?
No, because I was serial monogamous. Like, I like having sex a lot with one person.
She likes familiar dick.
Yeah, and I like doing different things with familiar.
Not 31 flavors dick.
Yeah. I'm actually terrified of STDs.
Oh yeah. That's actually pretty scary.
I also like I'm really picky about the guy. Like,
Why are you so picky?
because they have to really make me laugh or really like have good conversations.
Because you're whatever sexual. What is
Yeah,
that called?
sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual.
But you make it sound like it's an active thing.
What?
That you're still this way.
No, I really like sex. What do you mean? I still really like
Put it
sex.
in the past tense, please.
What do you mean? I'm with a really funny guy who's intellectually stimulating, and I really
I like how you
sex.
emphasize how you have to be intellectually stimulated, but never physically.
That's true, but I.
She does. Thank you, Joe.
You
But I
do
like-
you do wonders to Steve's confidence.
I think the chemistry makes it physically stimulating. Do you that make sense?
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
so,
Okay. Fuck you, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
So for this particular topic, what I was most curious about is what it's like to see like multiple people around the same time. Because for me, I feel like I'm only the type of person that only likes to see one person at a time, but like never multiple at
It was the most miserable I've ever been doing that.
Going around.
Really?
Can you
I
keep it
have
in the past,
so
please?
much fun.
I said doing.
Most miserable I've ever been.
have ever
Past
been.
tense been.
I mean, that just sounds so stressful to like try to deal with like other people at the same
Well, how much time are you spending?
I don't know, dude. This is just all something that I'm thinking about. I'm so ignorant in this subject.
What I did was basically covering for the fact that I wanted a relationship, but I was trying to act like I didn't. So I was juggling different things.
The first month is
yourself
spent on.
detached.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's this phase, right, where first a lot of guys do this where they kind of jump the gun and after they meet the girl once and then go on a date, they're already planning the marriage. That happens to a lot of fucking dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So I went through.
I feel like guys are sometimes more romantic.
They are.
I actually do think that.
I tried to go through a hoe phase for like when I was single, for the only time I was ever single, and I was just looking for one fuck buddy. I wasn't even trying to date multiple people at once. I just wanted one fuck buddy that I could like, you know, during those times where you're just really like horny but you don't want a relationship. So, but then I would give them the premise, and then they still would want a relationship after.
I had the same thing. I was with a girl who was just like that. I guess she was going through her hoe phase at that time or something.
Once you get this dick, though.
And then when we were hooking up, I assumed, oh hey, like so we're together, and she's like, nah. And I was like, for me, I always thought that like that was the next step, that's what you're supposed to do. And she was totally not for it, and I wasn't used. So I was like, what? I don't understand. Then what are we? What are we doing right now?
Oh, I laid the ground rules beforehand. They still.
No rules. I had no rules.
Were you like, baby, am I not fingering you good enough?
Nah, it wasn't anything like that. It was just like I was really like legitimately confused because I was just like, wait, then.
Yeah, this is not how this equation works. Yeah.
How? What?
I just wanted to gross her out.
I hate fingers.
I have a friend that was like, man, she'll give me head, but she doesn't want a relationship with me. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Am I not good enough? And I'm like,
Yeah, and that too. I was like, wait, I must be missing something.
you're getting head. Why is that bad? He goes, but I want a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. She's only using me to suck my dick.
Yeah. It's like, what? That's crazy.
I think 500 Days of Summer is legit because of how he like put that in his brain that they were like this perfect soulmate thing, but then she's really like not into it. Cause I was like, yeah, no, that's kind of. And then when people were saying like, oh, she's such a bitch in that movie, I'm like, nah, like it was really his fault for doing all that kind of stuff and putting her on that pedestal. Cause I'm like, I've seen myself do that too, and being like, like I fuck shit up because I like.
And she clearly communicated that throughout the whole movie. She was like, I don't want this to be a thing. I don't want it to be a thing. Yeah. And he kept trying to push it on her.
It's like, don't do that, buddy.
Yeah. That's a lesson some people gotta learn the hard way though. Like I feel, because it's kind of hard to. Well, for some people, I know myself included, I've done that like maybe once or twice, where I was sort of like after a couple dates or whatever, I was like, oh, this is going well, and then it would kind of like all come apart in the like towards the end of it. But I think for me the hardest part with dating was initially having those first couple dates go well and then it not working out, and then having that kind of like ending point and being okay with it ending, and then having to like kind of sit with yourself and just be like, oh, I guess that didn't work. So
do you have definitive endings, or for me it's always just like petered out?
I had a couple things that were didn't have a definitive thing, and that pissed me off even more because I was kind of like, what the fuck, like what the that was when I first started dating. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and no one's really explaining anything to me, so I had no frame of reference to like.
What was it? Was it you ghosting her or she ghosting you?
She ghosting me, yeah.
And then you being like, what? Can I at least know? Like,
can I know? And then, but I did have a couple girls that were like, yeah, I'm just not interested, and I like that way more because I was like, all right, cool, like, you know, it's kind of like all.
That shit used to kill me.
Really? When people would tell you that not interested?
It's the being led on.
Yeah.
And back then I was like really frustrated, and I'm like, how come girls just can't be straight up? And then I saw how other guys would react.
Oh yeah, totally. I didn't.
No wonder girls are afraid to be honest.
Because guys will be like, you could be honest with me, you could be honest, and then they'll get the truth and they'll be like, well, fuck you, bitch. You're a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel terrible now.
They're aggressive.
And since I don't react like that, and I've never been like, well, fuck you, or like I've never acted.
Yeah, neither have I. So I'm like,
there's some crazy fuckers out there.
That snap,
like,
you know.
And then I had my girlfriends like explain it to me, and I'm like, oh, that is really scary. Like I never thought about it.
It's really scary. Like even if you just don't want to give them your number.
Yeah. So then I was like, I kind of get it now, but without that context, like me just kind of being there, like, oh, what the fuck? Like just kind of just came to an end. Like what the hell?
Yeah, I find that reaction comes from the people who feel like they're the nice person.
Yeah.
Like they're the nice.
Oh my god, nice guys are the fucking
They
worst.
really are.
I fucking hate nice. Or like I fucking hate
The perception of nice guys, yeah.
No, I fucking hate people that says like, oh, I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. I don't understand, like, you know, like nice guys only finish last. I was like, bitch! It's like, it's you, dude. You have every single fucking control to change that outcome.
Well, sometimes girls aren't really clear with you either, right? So I remember I was seeing this girl, and then all of a sudden she stopped texting me, and so to help her understand how I felt, I was like, you're a bitch, you're a fucking bitch, you're a cunt, you're a fucking cunt, you're a fucking bitch.
I was wondering what you were leading up to.
That's not a real story.
And I would text her that every single night to help her understand who she really is.
And when she blocked you, that you got you.
I thought it was a real story at first. I was like, what?
What? I never heard of this one.
I was wondering where you were leading with
You
that.
guys just made me an epiphany for someone who friend zoned me, and I didn't realize that she might have thought that I would like outburst or something like that. But like I didn't, like you were saying, like I've never like done that.
Yeah.
I don't really get that feeling from you though.
Right, that's exactly. So that's why. But it was the person who was very nice. Like, she was a very nice person. So I think she just didn't want to like let me down because we were basically dating. Like I was holding her hand and we were like going to dinners together, movies.
That's different.
So then I was like, so when I like brought the notion up, I was like, she was like,
I don't hold hands if I just want to fuck you.
But there are
that was the weirdest thing, the hand holding, because we did multiple times. I was like, that's usually the indicator, like at least my previous, relationships with girls, hand holding is going to lead to some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are people who are like, they'll be into you and they're like going back with their ex and they're not letting you know.
That's very possible. Very possible.
Well, she held my dick. Why won't she hold my hand?
Didn't get that far.
Well, good love song.
She sucked my dick and then said, "Ugh, I don't want to be with you."
I don't want to kiss you.
And I kind of just want to elaborate just a little bit on the whole nice guy thing or nice girl, right? It's just that don't feel entitled to someone's feelings.
Yeah.
That's the thing that really bugs me and irks me.
The only guy that's ever cussed me out was the nice guy, and he cussed me out while being like, "You're gonna go back to your shitty ex-boyfriend and fuck you. You're so fucking stupid. You're the fucking stupidest person I've ever met."
How nice.
Like I was like,
That's him trying to cut deep.
yeah.
You don't know a nice guy when you see one, you fucking cunt ass bitch.
You just can't recognize, break out of your patterns.
Oh my
I'm like,
god.
so you're psychoanalyzing me and saying that you're a nice guy and that I'm a bitch and that I'm stupid. Cool. And this was a guy that I told him beforehand, like, I just want sex. I don't want anything to happen, just so you know. And he's like, no, I'm gonna
What a
treat you right.
turn on.
I'm like, no, you're not gonna treat me right after. Like, it's not. We're just gonna be friends. And he was like, okay, got it.
And I do feel like it is very difficult in the dating game too, because you don't know how honest they're being. Everyone's kind of like
Preferring your best
they
face.
want you to know like pretending. And I mean, especially now because I'm single again, and like I'm just thinking about, how would things work now that I'm
I think
older
women in their
and-
30s are way more straightforward.
That's what I've heard. My buddy, when he was like in his 30s, he had dated like this 50-year-old woman. Like they're both martial artists, so she's like a fit, not like an old, like you might be.
Oh my
thinking, but,
god,
like,
she's
fit.
50.
She's 50 and she's a martial artist, like in Taekwondo or something like that. And he said like that was his best relationship ever because in bed she said exactly what she wanted, what he wanted him to do. Like when they went out on dates, it was very forward.
She understood, man. And
Yeah, it wasn't like a beat around the bush kind of a thing. He's like, yeah, that was like the best, like most straightforward. Fucking
maybe I should go for a
relationship
50-year-old.
Good, man. You should try to throw her back out.
You know Jennifer Aniston's in her 50s? Like, 50-year-olds are hot.
Good, man, yeah.
Oh, fuck
you
yeah.
still look good then.
Jen Heston's got it going on.
Now I do feel a calmer energy just now, like then there's like that young man energy where you're just like, ooh, I don't know if she likes me or not. Now I don't care.
Right.
Now I'm like, it's a totally different level of confidence where it's like, I'll talk and then it's like, oh, she's not into me? Okay. I want it reciprocated, right? But then when you're younger, you want to conquer, you want to...
Yeah, everybody, that person doesn't like you. Yeah.
You want to, it's...
I just had less going on, to be honest. Like I just had more time to invest into like, dating and like.
And hearing no sucks so bad when you're in your 20s and shit, and like, I think like, it's totally different now for me.
Well, it's important too for the woman to understand how you feel. Like even like I remember getting rejected by this girl, and then I showed up at her house and I was crying, and I said I just wanted you to see how much I cared about you.
Oh man, I cried over a girl in middle school. That was.
Why would you do that?
And then I sent her pictures also of me crying at different times.
You have to heighten it so that people know it's a bit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, a girl who broke up with me was crying
Not a
while
bit.
she was.
Did you send her a horse head?
I did not, but I sent her me crying.
Gotcha.
While I was watching The Godfather.
At least he didn't like take his ear off and like send that to her.
And I was like, I'm not crying about the movie.
That would have been if you took your ear off, and then she would have really known that she loved you.
Thanks, good to know. I will think about that.
Just I heard a guy did it once and it worked out for him.
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah, I heard you're real romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.